Hi students, welcome back to Gurudeva E-Classes. I am your Gurraj with the 6th and social science subject. In a previous class we learned about the Egypt civilization and the Mesopotamia civilization. Today we have to extend our class to the Chinese civilization. So Chinese civilization in the sense, this civilization it has come from the bank of the river Yangtze, Sikiang and Huangpu. See, these are the three important rivers we can found in China. So these are all the three important rivers that gives the more prosperity to the Chinese civilization. See, one more thing, the Chinese civilization they are look like the yellow complex Mongolian tribe. So they are one of the tribe people, especially they are mentioned yellow complex Mongolian tribe. So these are the people, they are settled in the river bank of Yangtze, Sikiang and Huangpu. Especially Huangpu river we can call it as a yellow river. So these are the three important rivers we call it as the cradles of the Chinese civilization. Especially China in the sense. So it is one of the nation we found many of the industries. So nowadays what are the industries we can have found in all over the India? All the industries we can have found in China also. So not only a trade, so these Chinese civilization people they are dependent on the agriculture also. So agricultural product in the sense we are remembering paddy and the silk. So these paddy and the silk they will export to all over the world. So these are the rich resource of the Chinese civilization. Like this way, what is the political history of the China civilization? See, India in the sense it has 5,000 years of the history. Like this way, China civilization it has also the many years of the history. Like this, the Shang dynasty. See, it is the first dynasty we can found in China. The Shang dynasty it was ruled 18th century to 12th century BCE. This is Shang dynasty. It has a depend on the agriculture. They are export these agricultural products to India also, and they will export these agricultural products to all over the world. So these are the agricultural products with bronze and porcelain dishes are the famous things we can found in China civilization. After the Shang dynasty we found the Zhou dynasty. After the Zhou we found the Qin dynasty. So now we are using the word to call this nation as a China. This China word it has derived from the Qin dynasty. This Qin dynasty and Zhou dynasty, these are the important dynasties we can have found in China. Especially in the Zhou dynasty, we found one of the major king or the important king we call as Wuang. This Wuang is extended the Zhou dynasty as a northern part of the China and southern part of the China. With that we found many of the philosophers. So who are the philosophers? Here are the persons we call as Confucius and Lao Tse. See, this Confucius and Lao Tse are the important prominent philosophers in a Zhou dynasty. In a Qin dynasty, we found one of the prominent king we called as a Shi Huangdi. He is the person we called as a first emperor of the China, and he maintained the uniform law system in all over the China. That means in a China nation, we found many of the small dynasties, and he conquered all the dynasties and he established the Qin dynasty in all over the China, and he maintained the uniform law system. He built 1,500 mile the Great China Wall. It was to protect the China by onslaught enemies. After the Qin dynasty, we found the Han dynasty. The Han dynasty we called as a golden age of the China. Why it is called as a golden age? Who are the prominent king of the Han dynasty? The person we called as a Wuti. The Wuti is the famous and prominent king of the Han dynasty. So, in this kingdom, Wuti established the vast kingdom. So, in a Han dynasty, he made the foreign trade. This foreign trade brought a more resource to his Han dynasty. With that, he made silk trade with the all over the world. Especially, he export the silk to the Rome. So, this route we called as a Silk Route. When Buddhism entered to the China, he got a more achievement in art and literature. So that Han dynasty, it is one of the dynasty we called as a golden age. After the Han dynasty, we found the Sung dynasty. This is Sung dynasty. It is a famous for a wood printing press and production of the porcelain dishes. So these are the important things we got from the Sung dynasty. Especially in the Sung dynasty, it was attacked conquered by the Mongolians. So these Mongolians are trying to conquer the Peking. So when they are trying to conquer the Peking, the Shang dynasty was destroyed. This Peking we called as the capital of the Shang dynasty. Now we called as Beijing. The Beijing is the capital of the China. Then what is the contribution of the China? Here are the contributions. The Chinese civilization people, they are export the tea and silk to all over the world, which that they are invent many things. Especially the paper made of bamboo, explosives and painting brush, mariner compass. So these are the important things we got from the China. It has invented, especially in China itself. Then Chinese civilization people, they are wrote their own scripts. The scripts we call as a photographic script. So whenever you see the Chinese script, it cannot be able to read. You cannot able to read. So these script we call as a photographic script. Especially they are wrote many epics by using these photographic scripts. They are used to bamboo slips to vertically from the top to bottom. So whenever we found the Chinese scripts writings or Chinese epics, they are using the bamboo slips to write these epics. Especially they are wrote at top to a bottom. And the philosophy, there is a important persons we got from the Chinese philosophers. So these are the philosophers, they are gives their immemorable contribution to the Chinese civilization. The persons we called as Lao Tzu and Confucius. So Lao Tzu and Confucius, these are the persons, they wrote many epics about the philosophy. Especially the person we called as Lao Tzu, he wrote the simple living and sacrifice. He taught the simple living and sacrifice to the people who are lives in China. The Confucius also one of the major important philosopher we got from the China. He also gives his thoughts to the China civilization people. Especially he gives a importance to the re-establish the social moral. So these are the important things we got from the China. Like this way, one more civilization we got from the world, that is called as a Greek civilization. The Greek civilization, in the sense, it has started from the 3000 years ago. Especially this Greek civilization, it has depends on the trade and agriculture. Especially the Greek civilization, they got the more profit from the trade. So Greek is a peninsula, it is in a Mediterranean Sea. So we found many of the city states in a Greek. There are small mountains and valleys, it has separated the Greek from another one. So this Greek civilization people, they are belongs to a Indo-European race, which that we found many of the tribal. So tribals we called as Ionians, Aliens and Dorians. So these are the important tribes we got from the Greek civilization, which that we found two important city states, that is called as Athens and Sparta. So these Athens and Sparta we got from the Greek civilization. So before 3000 years ago, every village of a Greek we found the king. This king ruled with the suggestions of the council of elders. So later these villages made the trade relationship between the village and village. Like this way, the villages as a turned as a towns. Later it is a cities. Now we call it as a city states. So these kind of the city states we can found in a Greek. So these are the largest city states. It was ruled by the king with the suggestions of elders. Each city state has its own guardian deity, the own army and own administration. So these are the main features we got from the Greek civilization. Especially this Greek civilization, it's a moral, it's a role model to all the states. Then political history. So what is the political history of the Greek civilization? Especially this Greek civilization, we found one of the city states, that is called as Athens. In this Athens, we found the democracy. This democracy was declared by Clisthenes. After the Clisthenes, we found the Pericles. So this Pericles age we called as a golden age, because of in the age of the Pericles, it has developed of art, literature and philosophy also. So this age we called as a golden age, which that the Athens is the school of Hellas. Especially this statement was given by the Pericles. So with that one more city state we called as a Sparta. Then what is the features of the Sparta? How the city state works? The Sparta it is one of the military states. So before what we can found the Athens. This Athens we called as a democratic state, but Sparta is one of the military states. Which that one of the Persian king we called as Darius. When Darius waged the war on Greece, Athens and Sparta rallied together and they defeated the Darius in the war of Marathon. When this Marathon war happened, later Athens and Sparta, we found many of the conflicts between these states. Finally, this Athens is a part of a Sparta. Then what is the contributions of the Greek civilization? So Greek civilization, it has gives the more contribution to the world. So what are those? Here as Zeus temple. This Zeus temple we can found in Olympia. So do you know students, Olympia, it is one of the place we found the Olympic games. Especially these kind of the Olympics games we found before 3000 years ago. So these kind of the Olympic games we are extended in a modern days also. In this Greek civilization, we found the many of the important philosophers, which that they are the master-disciple relationship. The persons we called as Socrates, Plato, Aristotle and Alexander. So Alexander's master we called as Aristotle, Aristotle's master we called as Plato. The Plato's master we called as Socrates. So these are the master-disciple traditions we can found in a Greek civilization. Which that Plato, he started one of the school that is called as academy. So in this academy, he gives the education to the people who are lives in a Greek civilization. One of the person we called as a Demosthenes. This Demosthenes is an expert orator. So this expert orator gives his speech to all over the Greek civilization people. Which that Homer. The Homer is one of the blind poet. He wrote the epic that is called as Iliad and Odyssey. And one more person we called as Herodotus. We know that Herodotus is the father of history. Like this way, we found the dramatist also. The dramatist we called as Sophocles and Euripides. So these are the important dramatists. Gives their contribution to the Greek civilization. Which that we found the Athena temple. This Athena temple was made by the Pericles. So this Athena temple, it is one of the example of the Greek architecture. Which that the sculptures also available. The one of the important sculpture we called as Myron. In the Greek civilization, we found the medical achievements also. The one of the greatest medicine we called as Hippocrates. Like this, one of the important painter we called as Polygnotus. So these are the important achievers we got from a Greek civilization. With this, one of the important mathematician we called as Pythagoras. So what are the Pythagoras theorem we are studied in the next classes. So these are the Pythagoras theorem was made by this mathematician. The person we called as Pythagoras. And one more mathematician we called as Euclid. So these are the important mathematicians also available in a Greek civilization. And the Greek civilization, in the sense we are remembering the king, the Philip. The Philip's son we called as Alexander. The king Philip destroyed the democratic system and his son Alexander. The Alexander established his whole kingdom to all over the world at the age of the 20. One of the major achievement of the Alexander, in the sense, the Alexander invaded all over the India and he established many of the cities. The one of the important city we got from Egypt, the name of the city we called as Alexandria city. One of the greatest contribution in the Greek civilization, in the sense, that is called as Olympic games. So these kind of the Olympics games we can have found in the modern days also. So these Olympics games, it has started from the place of Olympia. This Olympia, it is the place we found many of the Olympics games in a before 3000 years ago. Before 2500 years ago, the Greek victorious in the battle of Marathon against the Persia, the one of the person we called as Philippides, ran 24 kilometers to convey this message. So remembering of the Philippides, we are found the marathon races. So these kind of the marathon race we can found in the Olympics games also. So this Olympics game is one of the notable achievement as notable contribution from the Greek civilization. Today we learnt many things from this lesson. Especially in this lesson, we learnt Chinese civilization and its contribution, Greek civilization and its contribution. Especially we know, students, the Greek civilization, it has gives many of the things in a modern society. Thank you.